Tell me your name and how long you've been married.
My name is Richard Jackson. This is April Jackson. And we got married in 2012. It's 2020. So what is that? 8 years?
In October. 8 years in October. Some change.
You know how long you been married?
My name is Keisha Davis.
Wait a minute. So you tell me. You don't know how long we've been married?
Wait, the name first. I know how long we've been married.
You look beautiful, baby.
I don't think so. Always makes me blush. Your name, babe.
Oh. my name, Chester Davis.
Pray for me. We've been married for 9 years. It'll be 10 years in May.
This is 2020. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
It'll be 10
Quit,
years
I quit.
in May.
Leave.
What
I can't do it.
wrong? It'll be 10 years in May. It will be. We have a whole destination wedding
I
plan.
quit.
I'm waiting for my new ring
I'm
and
sorry.
everything.
I'm sorry. It's the same.
I'm Vashti.
I'm Phil.
We've been married for 8 years.
I am Harry Washington Jr.
Kaya Washington.
We've been married for 4 years, going on 5. It will be 5 August 22nd, 2020.
If you guys could describe love in 2 to 3 words, what would it be?
You got that one? I'll describe it after you.
Take turns.
Oh. And only 2 to 3 words? I mean, it's so many aspects of love. So, I don't want to sound deep or nothing, but it's really God's ordained system. Really. God's ordained system for mankind. I guess that's 5 words. Sorry, I took your 2.
Patient, long-suffering, and covenant. It's dope. I love marriage.
Love is an adventure.
Patience. You definitely need that. For sure.
Pause the tape. Wait a minute.
There's no pause.
Oh, all right. In 2 and 3 words.
Oh my God. Y'all not praying hard enough. I would describe love as commitment, compromise, and sacrifice.
Ditto.
No, don't let them. 3
Ditto.
words.
That's the truth.
3 words. Come on.
Hey,
All right, give me one of your own.
friendship.
Huh? That's good.
Love is honesty. Love is correction. And love is respect.
I would say love is unconditional, unchanging, and everlasting.
We hear the word love talked about a lot in our culture. So what do you think people's misconception of love is? Now that you guys are married and you've been through it, what do you think the misconception is?
I mean, the first thing is that it's all about you. And it's really the opposite. It's all about serving. I think in our society, it's so much convenience that we get used to getting our way and finding ways to get our way. And until we get our way, we're not happy. So you transfer that to a relationship, you transfer that into love, and it just doesn't work. Because if you have both people doing that, nobody's really loving the other. So definitely, love is just all about giving of yourself and really addressing the needs of the other person that you're loving, the recipient of love. So the misconception is that it's not a service, it's a feeling to satisfy you only.
The most important thing about love is that it's unconditional. Like, there's no conditions. Like, you love someone, it's not because of what they do for you, what they say they're going to do, or things that they can do for you in the future. It's basically, you know what, I vowed to be with this person, so I'm going to honor that and try to look for the things that I saw in this person. Just like Jesus looks at us and tries to find, well, not tries to find, but sees us as his beloved. And that's how you should view marriage. And I don't think that's really one of the strong points of the world right now. Everybody's based on how they feel. Their emotions are really driving them to a lot of their decision making. And
Right.
I think the misconception is two things. The first thing is love does not look like what it looks like in the movies. And sometimes I know, like growing up, I loved watching romantic comedies. Like I just loved it. And then, like, because he knows, right? But that's kind of sort of what I expected in a relationship and in marriage. And there's nothing wrong with having expectations, but I think I overdid it just a bit. So I think that's one misconception, is that it doesn't look like what it's portrayed to be, like perfect on TV. And then I think the second thing is it's not all about you. I think sometimes in our culture, we make love seem like it's all about that one individual that's talking about love. And they're not happy until they get X, Y, and Z, and then they conclude or equate that with love. And I don't think that's what love is at all.
People think that love is perfect, like,
Yeah.
you know, but to be honest, love is not perfect. Sometimes you love hard, sometimes you love strong. You love through the good times, you love through the bad times. So if you think love is perfect, you might as well get out the game now.
Yeah.
Find hate. Hate might help you. All right.
I think lust, infatuation, emotion, those things, I think that's what drives the culture around love nowadays. And those aren't really authentic representations of what love really is.
And I think also with love, people need to understand that love is really unconditional. It's not predicated on conditions or what that person can do for you or what that person can't do. Is, you know, it's genuine love. Actually, you know, getting to know that person and really enjoying the person you coming to know.
Yeah, loving somebody when they're absolutely unlovable.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That love hurts. It's not always peaches and cream. It's not always love. It tests you. You know, it pushes you through some things. And you know, if you really love a person, I think you really are tested to see what your love is. You know, I think a lot of people misunderstand what all love entails. It's not always happy times. You know,
It ain't always the butterflies, and you know what I mean?
No. But like I said, if it's real love, then I think you always gonna come out victorious in the situation. Even if love bring downfall or, you know, a negative outlook, is always gonna be something at the end. If it's really love, it's just like Christ, right? Christ loves us, but he had to go through persecution. He had to go through long suffering. He had to go through trials and different things. But at the end of the day, look what the outcome, right? He sits on the right hand. He make an intercession for us, because there's always an outcome, because that was true love. So,
as far as emotion, because it's so fickle, and 1 minute you can really like the person, the next minute you might not really like the person. So we equate that to how the love factor is involved. And it's like, well, whether you feel good, like the person at the moment emotionally, or you're sparked, you know what I mean? Like that, those things, yes, while they're nice and it's a good luxury to have in a love relationship, it's not the standard. So if the standard is how you feel, you're already kind of setting yourself up for failure. Because the moment that person messes up, even if it's not on purpose, you know, that's it. You know what I mean? Then the love is just either non-existent or it's being challenged. So, yeah.
I think love is love. Like if we really go to the Bible definition of love, I think it covers it perfectly. Right. But I just think the culture just turns it into something else.
If you flip love around, evil. Come on, look at this.
Eva.
I'm nice. I'm nice.
So that means hate?
I'm nice. See, I'm trying to help somebody. I'm helping somebody. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. I see it.
What has your partner taught you about love?
you go, come on, it might be long.
Damn.
You go first.
No, I like to go after you.
It's okay.
You want to hear this, huh?
God is good.
I would say goes back to unconditional. I don't know, just to be transparent with y'all. Like he said, love is not always peachy clean. So you have disappointments, you have arguments. And of course we go through those. Every married couple goes through that. But he taught me, like, I'm sorry, I don't wanna, this is getting too real.
I was crying.
No. Sorry, wait, hold on.
Well,
you go.
she taught me perseverance. She is a strong woman. Yeah, literally. Like I put this woman through some stuff for years, and she, again, yes, she's going to go through her time where she's dealing with it, you know, emotional and different stuff like that. But the way her perseverance is crazy, and it taught me like I got to ride her, right? And it's making me pray and asking God to really be a husband that's gonna be right for her. Because I mean, she showed me a lot. You know what I mean? I'm actually asking God to show me how to love her. That's my main prayer was like, yo, show me how to love her. Do I really love my wife? And if I don't, show me how to really love her. Meaning as like how to nurture her. Because she may give an example what nurturing is for her, but that may not be what actually God got for her. So my prayer, my secret, I don't even know what I'm saying, what my secret prayer to God is. But my prayer is to show me how to really love her. Like make me fall in love with her all over again. Right? But make it be more on a spiritual level, because if it's a spiritual level, then I know I'll be able to really love her. So I think the main thing that she told me was perseverance, because I seen her persevere through a lot of up good times, a lot of bad times, and she's still here and she still loved me unconditionally. So yeah, that's what she told.
First of all, I really understood just like, you know, when you with somebody every day, 24 hours a day, or sometimes whatever, and you living with somebody 365, I said it right. Right, you live with somebody 24/7, like they'll tell you things about yourself that you would not want to hear.
Yeah.
And the reason why they can tell you is because they live with you every day. So you know how like you know how people driving, you always got like a backseat driver, they see everything, even though you can't see it while you driving, they see everything. Watch for that, watch for that, watch for that, watch for that, watch for that. It's almost the same thing when you got a partner live with somebody. They can always tell you, you know, yo, you might want to look out for that, or you might want to look out for that, or this, that about you. And you don't really want to hear it. So sometimes it gives you tough skin. If you with somebody and trying to teach you tough skin, you should be able to handle certain situations after being with somebody for a long time.
For me, it would be that God truly loves me and has my best interests in mind. I don't think that I would have the husband that I have who supports me and loves me the way that he does if it wasn't a reflection of God's heart for me.
What did I teach you?
Oh, you make oh my God, yo. All right, wait. All right, get together. This is two. Yeah, like he taught me how to be strong. That in those situations, like, regarding like, you know, hurts, like I said, disappointments and stuff. He taught me how to be forgiving, just by like his actions. Prayer, he's definitely a prayerful man. And like I said, whenever we go through, it just bring us back love. And with God's love, that's why we're still here. And I appreciate it about him, that he's a godly man. So, yeah, I don't know. Nothing but this. I can't think of anything.
Nothing this.
I think two things I've learned the most was commitment. just, you know, above and beyond what you already expect, but just like a deeper commitment. Like even when you feel like you don't want to be committed, it's like there are just things that make you be even more committed even when you don't want to be. And I think the second thing is I lost it.
Okay, sacrifice.
No, that's big.
It teaches you sacrifice.
Yeah.
Even when you have disagreements and you think that you're right,
Yeah.
you have to tell the partner that you're wrong.
So you really
Sacrifice.
did? You really did apologize?
Sometimes.
So you be lying?
I can't tell you that.
Or you take ownership?
I plead the fifth.
Go talk about that.
I plead the fifth. But understand that they teach you sacrifice. And you know, getting yourself together. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to go to bed angry at each other. It's the worst thing you can ever do.
Yeah.
You might be in a disagreement, but you don't want to go angry. At least talk about it. Solve it. Enough that you go to sleep.
The one I lost, I found patience.
Ah,
It was big for me because I'm just like, whatever I want it now. And if you ain't gonna give it to me now, I'll go get it myself.
That's
type
big.
Of thing.
that's true. She's telling the truth on that.
You hype?
I felt my help coming on.
But yeah, it's teaching me because it's still a process. I have not arrived. But I am still learning patience from my partner. He's definitely teaching me that. He's the type that he overanalyzes, thinks 3 times, 4 times, and I'm just like, get it done already. Like, you know what? It's done here. But I appreciate some aspects of that because what's also a part of that process is wisdom. And whereas you can't just be so quick to respond to every situation. And sometimes it's good to stop and pause and just to reflect. But he does a lot of reflecting.
Excuse me.
Pray for me.
You know, because it's a challenge every day to, you know, step out any moment, like any second. It's real easy. It's not hard to step out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So love and commitment, those things, trying, you know, you gotta keep your mind focused, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Everything go through your mind.